Daddy? I'm anxiety. Where can I put my stuff?
What is the first thing you said to each other when you met for the first time in an official Inside Out capacity?
I want to just tell a little nugget, which is that Maya and I met on a dance floor, basically.
At a party.
Yes.
Whose party?
It was like
an industry
an
party.
Emmy party or something.
No one was dancing, and we took it upon ourselves, having never met each other, to begin the dance.
We did.
We really did.
We got it going.
We removed our shoes, and we got it going, and then I think we both left, and the dancing continued.
I mean, that's the power move. You get it going, and then when it's when the water's boiling, you get in your car.
Get out, yeah.
I can take notes, get coffee, manage your calendar, walk your dog, carry your things, watch you sleep.
Well, I've been watching him sleep for years. That's, he doesn't have blinds on his window anymore. But in person today, we had a nice little run-in, and I immediately told him the truth, that I had memorized part of his act and used it as a monologue when I auditioned for theater in high school.
So it was like, wow, this will be fun. And I figured, I was counting on him being sane if Pixar hired him, and he was.
Why are you looking at me like that?
We just met.
Yeah.
Yeah, today's the day we met.
Yeah, it's hard to stray from the plebeian, like, hi, how are you? Hi, how are you?
Yeah. It's weird because we're recording separately, and then you come together and you're like, we're in the same movie.
Yeah. And I've known of him, obviously. I've known him and of him, so it's like a family. He's a huge celebrity. No, he is. I don't like the sarcasm. Sarcasm? Really?
We just had lunch with all of them just a little bit ago, and talk about like a fun lunch.
And a lot of them are meeting each other today for the first time because we record them isolated, right? And so they don't get to meet the rest of the cast until the press tour, so that's something special about it also.
What was the hardest part about voicing this character again?
It's weird, but I mean, it was like, basically when you're the voice of anger, I've been kind of in that role for a long time. It's what I do on stage, so it wasn't that difficult.
It's anger!
Let me at him!
Hardest is Joy never sits down. You have to be very energetic. Lots of coffee. You have to really go for it.
Anxiety too.
Yeah, we were like we were up on our feet.
It's go time! This is Joy, coming to you live in Riley's mind.
The range, because when I was first imagining the character, I really was imagining that she was up here most of the time, but then we kind of decided that that wasn't dimensional enough, and so that she needed to really be able to go down here too, and then
I plan for the future.
The hardest part was not having dialogue. I had to like Michael Winslow Police Academy this thing and try to get creative.
Hi, wanna write? Did you get to actually contribute maybe what words you would say?
No, those were written. Pixar is kind of like the Coen brothers. You don't really need to improv or rewrite much. They're just kind of always killing it.
Welcome to headquarters embarrassments. Oh, we're doing a fit. No. Oh, nope, going high. Oh.
So if your emotion could build a watch list based on your credits, what movie or show would be on the top of that list?
Oh, I love this question so much. My character's watch list. I'd be like, don't trust the bee. And just be like, ew, Chloe's the best. Anyone who's not Chloe is not the best. You have to wear what she's wearing. You're gross. Stop it. James Van Der Beek is a god. My compliments to the chef.
I think Fear and Buster Bluth and Gary Walsh would be friends. I think they are 3 peas in a pod.
Okay, you and I are gonna be friends.
I did a zombie film back in my hometown area in Michigan called Locked Away. I play a zombie and I have a voiceover role in that. It meant the world to me when I booked it, but going back, I'm like, oh, this is very embarrassing. You gotta call in if you have any cannibal sightings. We'll put you on the air.
My movie, accepted, because that's the angry character. They really allowed me to say what the hell I felt about stuff.
Do me a favor, enjoy your time here.
So if our emotion could pick movies we've been in, oh boy.
I was in a movie for absolutely 5 seconds. Literally 5 seconds that I think that my emotion was like Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Ooh, yeah.
I think that movie has some real anxiety in it.
Did that scene make you feel anxious in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood?
I mean, I was acting, but yes. I mean, yes.
That whole film,
That
you're
whole
like,
film
what
is-
the heck is gonna happen?
I forgot my knife in the car. Can I go back and get it?
Well, I've been in some comedies that Joy might like. Let's say Mean Girls. Maybe Joy would really like Mean Girls because she would like, at the end of the day,
Everybody's
the lesson
friends.
there is everybody's friends. Yeah.
What kind of mother do you think I am?
I understand that you all had a trust of young girls that you consulted here to make sure that you formed Riley in just the right way here. What was the most surprising insight from that teen girl trust that you learned?
They used a term that I've never heard. Do you remember this term? It's when they were talking about Riley's relationship with Valentina. It's this older high school girl that's the captain of the varsity team. And they were like, oh, she's Riley's squish. Is that right?
Yeah, squish.
And we're like,
come again?
What are you talking about? They're like, oh, it's when you look up to somebody and you wish that you were like them. And I'm like, oh, well, that's Valentina. They're like, yeah, it's called a squish.
They were just so helpful. For 3 years, we showed them every 4 months the whole movie. And it really helped us kind of dodge and weave and shape and give us confidence in the things that were in the movie that we believed in. But then when a 13-year-old girl believes in it too, you know maybe you've got something.
You want to sit with us? These girls are so cool.
Well, we can't let her know we're excited.
One of Pixar's charm is that it takes kids very seriously,
Yeah.
but also makes fun of adults. What makes you laugh at your adult self based on what you learned from the movie?
Ooh, good question. Oh, so many things.
You kind of have to.
Yeah.
I mean, because it's just one mistake
After
the next,
another.
You know?
You know what I love? There's a character in Inside Out 2 called Nostalgia, played by the great June Squibb, who just kind of, she's older and she shows up with a cup of tea and is like, remember yesterday? When everyone's like, not now, Nostalgia. That really made me laugh because I relate. I relate to, guys, can we just go back and, before we move forward, and that's like getting older, your adult self, you kind of want to check in and remind everybody about what we've already done. And young people are like, yeah, I know, we get it. Yeah.
With age, you laugh at yourself a lot more.
Yeah.
Because there's not a preciousness to things as much. And I know how, I've been doing this for 25 years and it's like, it goes by so fast.
Yeah.
So these things that I held really, really precious, it's like, Tony, you gotta laugh at yourself a little bit.
I think it's a paradox. I think the more confident one it comes with age, the confidence that comes with age. So the more confident that you are, that I am, the more I can make fun of myself and laugh at myself and not take myself too seriously.
If you were a teenager now, what would be your biggest movie, TV, or food obsession?
Wow, these are
Wow,
very
that's
specific
wow.
questions.
Wow, movie, TV, or food obsession.
I
Can
think
I have them all together?
Just cue tears. Complete panic.
Gosh,
What would be my biggest obsession?
social media.
Well, it wouldn't be TV because nobody watches TV anymore. Kids don't watch TV.
I think YouTube. I just love YouTube. I think there's just something about, in high school and growing up in Tallahassee, Florida, you just kind of have the set. I had the set 5 networks, and that's kind of what you saw. But you can watch anything on YouTube and game, all that kind of stuff.
Anything.
I think I would just be on it all the time.
It's a global world. Now it's a different world.
It would probably be TikTok, which is what my obsession is currently as a middle-aged woman. I guess I would probably be obsessed with Taylor Swift and parkour. I don't know.
Parkour. I wasn't a teenager that long ago. Then it's art. I could say I think I'd be really into Taylor Swift, Sabrina Carpenter, and Gracie Abrams, and Phoebe Bridgers, and all the people that I'm currently into. But
don't forget that teenagers also like stuff that they're like, have you heard of the Rolling Stones? Teenagers are discovering stuff for the first time.
I feel like they're more honest and decent and less delinquent, which I'm not saying I was a delinquent, but I was a little bit of a delinquent.
Yeah, those were the days.
I think I'd be playing the Fortnite video game that is so popular amongst young people and adults alike. And I think I'd be listening to some filthy, lethargic rap music where you almost can't even hear what the heck the guys are saying. And I'd probably be drinking an energy drink full of taurine and unnatural flavors.
Wow. Oddly specific answer.
Well, that was an oddly specific question. It's not like he asked us our favorite rando movie. That was a specific one.
You got a real sweaty palm there, buddy.
What made Maya the perfect voice for anxiety?
I love Maya. She is absolutely perfect for this role. When we do the casting at Pixar, we talk about the character and what we're looking for. And so I'm like, okay, anxiety, she's a fast talker. She thinks a million things all at once. She's one of those people you can't keep up with. You're like, oh my goodness, you're just like the energy that, because she's always in fight or flight mode. That's kind of what anxiety does to us, trying to protect us by keeping us alert, and so I need a fast talker. I need somebody who's funny, and entertaining. And we're like, holy cow, can she talk incredibly fast? But it's really fun to listen to. That's the other part to it. And the thing I love about Maya too is that she's able to bring a sense of humanity and love behind her voice and behind her motivations. You can really feel that like what she's doing is really for trying to do the best for Riley.
I was so looking forward to working with you guys.
What is the animated movie or character that changed your life growing up?
Oh boy, do you really want to hear this?
Yes.
Mighty Mouse's girlfriend, who I had a crush on, it was so hot that I couldn't stand it.
I'll say the 1970s Robin Hood cartoon with the fox as Robin Hood, because he made misbehaving look super cool.
Hello. This one almost had my name on it, didn't it?
I remember sitting watching the credits going for Toy Story 2. And I just remember feeling, at the time I didn't know what the emotion was, but now I know. It was envy.
It's probably envy.
Yeah. I wished I was one of those names up on those credits. And it really provided me the motivation to try to be one of those names. And here I am sitting with you talking about this movie that I made. I never, it's kind of like the fear, like somebody pinch me, I can't believe I got this opportunity.
Yeah, so James and the Giant Peach, the stop motion animated film, was my first job on an animated film.
Exactly, you're a hero.
I was a production coordinator at the time. I was at Skellington Productions. We had just finished The Nightmare Before Christmas. That was my exposure after working in live action as a PA for 2 years to like what animation even is. And just watching the process of animators working frame by frame behind these big black curtains on stages all across the soundstage, and the fabrication department creating little tiny outfits for all the stop motion puppets. It blew my mind, the craft and the artistry behind animation. I fell in love with the craft and I stuck with it, and then 27 years at Pixar later, still love being a part of it.
I thought you were gonna say being an extra in Sister Act.
That was also
great,
but less impactful for animation.
I want you to imagine a world where every Pixar character goes to the same high school.
I love it. Go on.
Keep talking.
Which other Pixar character would be your emotions bestie? And Tony, why is that Forky?
I think Fear. Could you? I think
you said
Fear and Forky, 2 F's by the way. They like they stay with the same letter. I just noticed. I think Fear and Forky could use it. Like Forky is so open-minded and he's so curious, whereas Fear is like, we're not going there. But he could learn from him, and then Forky could learn to be a little more like, hey, let's not jump out of the van and run towards the trash. Let's take a step back so they could learn from each other.
Trash! What is it with you and trash?
One of my favorite subgenres is the subgenre of Amy and Tina Fey co-hosting the Golden Globes.
Oh, me too. Will you come back and do it again and save the award shows?
Oh my gosh. Well, what I remember about that experience is it was all of the emotions. Anxiety, fear, joy, lots of joy because I was doing it with my friend. It was kind of a blur, a wonderful blur, but love doing it, love doing anything with my friend of 30 years. I have such good, fuzzy memories of what is kind of a high stakes and stressful thing to do.
This is the 78th annual Hunger Games.